And welcome to another episode of More Than Dice, Gangs of Waterdeep. We are now on episode 1. If you were listening to the last episode, we did episode 0, where we're kind of talking about characters and party and the way this campaign is going to work. So today we are definitely going to start our playing, but before we do that, let's go through and we'll walk around the room. John, what did you decide to play as your primary character?
I decided to play Sam. That's one. Verdun Warlock Hexblade.
Okay.
Short little guy.
You go ahead and describe your character, kind of tell us personality, because in this campaign you all already know each other right before at the start, so there's nothing to really worry about that much.
Okay. Well, I'm barely 2 inches shorter than 3 feet. My primary weapon is a crossbow. Primary attack form I'm going to be using is obviously the Eldritch Bolt. Obviously, I have a brother with me, Dean. So, and then I could probably just push it on over to him, or however you want to do it.
How do you look? What do you look like? I mean,
oh, I'm sorry. Small little goblinoid, smooth face, cute looking. Obviously, by the charisma and stuff. Pretty happy-go-lucky kind of scenario, especially with their background of just being simply adjusting to whatever environment that they're in, which is Waterdeep for us, and hence why I got my name, Sam. It was a simple name in the Waterdeep area, and then our last name is also Smith. We got that because we happen to end up in a smithy when we're getting our armor.
Okay. Chris, go ahead and tell us. Describe your character. Let us know what you are, what you're planning on playing as your primary.
I am Dean Smith, the brother of Sam Smith. I'm slightly smaller than he is, so under 3 feet as well. I have turquoise skin, golden brown eyes, no hair. And I'm playing a sorcerer with the wild magic as a background.
Nice. And Mizzy, go ahead. Describe your character. And your race is not very common, so you might want to describe what your race is.
Yeah, so I decided that I'm going to play a Kenku rogue. A Kenku is basically a walking raven, but they don't have a voice of their own. So they have to imitate sounds that they hear. So I'm wanting it to be like a comedic relief in my struggle to talk. So, got just your typical thieves' clothing, robes, like a hood, all that good stuff.
What color are your feathers?
Black.
You're black? Okay.
Yes.
I
gotta be sneaky. I can't have blue.
Dark blue?
Maybe.
Damon,
Hang on.
Tell us what your character... Oh, female?
Are you... Is Missy calling me a female, or is she saying her character?
What?
I think Missy's saying she is a female in this one.
Oh, she's playing a female.
No.
It's hard to tell with dwarves.
No.
Oh,
Non-binary.
Your Kenku is non-binary?
Yes.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
Damon, what are you playing as your primary?
I am playing a dwarf paladin who stands 4'9", salt and pepper hair. He's a handsome little bastard. Wears his father's breastplate, walks around with a 2-headed mole that he wields as a quarterstaff. It's going to be awesome, spinning it behind his back and all that other stuff, and just crushing people's hopes and dreams.
What god did you finally choose? Did you figure out which one?
I did not choose one because I know none of them.
Then we can direct you to the gods. You will need to choose one before we get started.
Okay.
Tyr is a pretty common one. Chris, what's the other before we get started?
Torm.
Which one was that one?
Torm's like a really good guy.
Torm's one of the best ones in my opinion for paladin-esque.
That's what I'm doing. Say less. Torm.
Yeah, he's baller. He's baller.
Yeah, go ahead and look him up, and you can you can do a Google search and it'll probably come up. You can kind of get a background on it. You do need to choose one of who you're following.
It will be Torm.
Okay.
He's like Sigmar. If you know Sigmar's story. Yeah, he came down as a warrior and handled business.
Oh yeah, I can kick it with him.
All right, Mike. What did you finally choose as your primary character?
My primary character is Landy Bedreau, human wizard. I'm just here to adventure with my best friends. So Yeah, he's probably about 6'2", Southern gentleman, little mustache. He's very, very likable person.
And he talks like Forrest Gump.
He's always just like Forrest Gump.
And
Giant devil
human,
wizard.
I'm guessing, right? Did you say it was human?
Yeah, human variant wizard.
Gotcha.
Damon, you may want to look at Moradin as well. He's the chief of the Dwarven gods. He's lawful good.
Moradin?
Moradin, Moradin. He's the chief. He's the chief of the Dwarven gods.
Is that Moradin the Flesh Weaver?
That doesn't sound right.
Nope.
No. Hey, somebody told me to Google, and that's what came up.
We like to mine, we like to dig up gems, and we like to take people's flesh and make baskets.
Apparently.
If you search for Moradin and in Forgotten Realms, you should find him.
And that's Mordaine, correct?
No E.
No E.
You're gonna get some blue dressed Warhammer models if you type in Morty. I guarantee it.
Moradin.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
I'm looking at them as we speak. Yes.
Maybe something you can look at while we're talking. All right. So, like I said, you've all actually known each other. You've kind of like, y'all had come together in Waterdeep and eventually just kind of hung out. And you really haven't done much as a party or as a group. You're kind of waiting for that perfect moment to pop up for y'all to, to get ready and do anything. So you've all known each other for about a week or so. Maybe about 2 weeks maximum. Of course, Chris and John, y'all have known your characters, their life, so it's not a big deal. And you've only been in Waterdeep for maybe like a week and a half, because it's now autumn, and you know that you've got to start getting back into town and being in place because winter's coming up on you, and you're probably going to need to find work and food and so on and so forth. So you've actually come up into Waterdeep. You heard that the best place to be in Waterdeep for an adventuring group is definitely the Yawning Portal. Hopefully y'all have read a little bit about what I sent you or asked you. For people that don't know, the Yawning Portal is a tavern that has a giant hole in the center of it that leads down to a large dungeon. One of the largest, creepiest, most evil dungeons that ever have been discovered, per se. It goes by certain names: Ruins of Undermountain, Maze of the Mad Mage, so on and so forth. So there's different things that you've been doing, but mostly you come here because, like, the who's of Waterdeep adventurers comes here. It's like the bar to be. So y'all have been renting, rooms for the night and everything, kind of going your separate ways and doing things, but you're starting to run low on funds. Things are starting to, you're like, mama's not going to support me anymore. It's time to get out there and make my own way. So it's about time for y'all to start looking for jobs. So, of course, y'all venture to the Yawning Portal all the time just to see if something's going to happen. Y'all haven't got the balls yet to go into the ruins yet, or in the dungeon, because a lot of people don't come back. So it's a hesitation to do it. But you like coming here because you get to see the who's, you get to, rub elbows, have a few good pints and some food, and then, chicken out and go back home. Because y'all aren't stupid. But y'all are walking on your way. It's one of your normal, Wednesday nights of hanging out at the Yawning Portal. And you're walking back and everything. You're getting to the tavern, and you're waiting your time to making sure. And you walk in, and it's pretty packed tonight. There's quite a few people here. All around it, up and down. You can see people, eating, people playing music. You see all the familiar faces that you're used to in the Yawning Portal. Which, if you did look at it, you do see your common, the Great Bard, doing there. 3 strings, playing up on the hearth, plucking away at some songs. Bonnie, which is the barkeep, is here, running around taking orders as fast as possible. And you see pretty much, everybody doing what they're supposed to. Very busy, very open, joyous, and, grunting, and, everybody comparing stories of what they've done. Nothing that you haven't seen, but it's actually pretty packed tonight. What do you do?
I'd like to gather I'd like to call everybody over to me. I don't know if y'all we're that close of friends, but I do want to have I want to call you all over, and I just want to say, all right, listen up, my friends. There ain't no telling what we're about to get into in this little shop that we have going on here into this bar, but things do get a little dicey, and I just want you to know that you are the absolute best at what you all do, and I know that we're gonna find what we're looking for tonight. So I feel it in my bones, and I feel inspired. I think that whatever we do tonight, it's gonna be perfect, and that's my inspiring speech. So I'm trying to give everybody some temporary hit points just in case.
Already you're like, fuck.
Are we going to be drinking that heavily?
So everybody gets 4 temporary hit points.
Give them up.
So if you click on your character sheet, you should be able to put those temp hit points in. On the right of all your max hit points, by the way, if you don't see that. There is a table open if you'd like to go sit down. I mean, it's pretty much just sit where you want, and Bonnie will be there to help you as soon as possible.
John and I did forget to mention what our characters are dressed like. We are both wearing the most fashionable of noble clothes we could afford. Because
basically looks like suits.
Yeah, we walked in from the north end of town, and so we assumed that's what everybody wore. So that's what we bought.
Okay. So you're all business suited up.
Yep.
So
during my
basically
inspiring speech, I would have mentioned how nice y'all look.
We appreciate that, but we're just wondering, when are you guys going to start dressing up too? Just
You
wondering.
got to start fitting in with everybody else. I mean, look at all the noble people in here.
You're absolutely right.
They're all wearing high fancy clothes.
I feel like an absolute peasant right now.
As you should.
Don't mind my brother.
Don't mind my brother. By the way, we're brothers.
Yes, we are.
We caught it.
There is an open table if you'd like to sit down. Just a big round table. Nothing big, nothing fancy.
Quite honestly, I'd like to smooze a little bit if you don't mind, fellas.
Have fun smoozing. We'll be at the table.
Yeah.
You smooth away.
All right, so the 4 of you go head towards the table, and Landry, you head off to Smooth. What are you gonna do?
Do I see anybody that looks like they have a bunch of money around? Like, is there anybody that's around that kind of looks like they're wealthier than everybody here, besides the 2 goblins I walked in as?
No, most everybody looks like dirty, grungy, adventuring types that, they've gone down and come back. Nobody is kind of like, fluffy and paltry and, bougie. Everybody's pretty much you can smell the sweat and stink in here.
Okay, so there's not any. Okay, is it the least smelliest looking person I would like to, if there's somebody like that here?
About the best person that you can find right now is there's a human. You've seen him before. He goes by Jallister Silvermane. He's standing there. He's dressed okay. He definitely is not like, all sweaty looking, and you definitely got a little bit of venturing in him type thing, but he's not, crazy.
All right, I'm gonna turn to my friends and say, I'm gonna go speak with Jallister real quick, if y'all don't mind. And I wanna go see what's up with Jallister. Seems like a good fella.
Okay. You walk up to him, and he's like, he looks at you. Can I help you?
I say, what's going on, Jallister, my friend? If you had any jobs or anything going on in Waterdeep, we're kind of short on change, and I was wondering if maybe you knew anything going on.
He kind of looks at you. He's like, just you yourself?
No, I got my friends here. That those two nicely dressed goblins over there, and that big silver oak tree that you see, that that paladin, and of course my Kenku friend. We're just looking for anything that you got available.
Well, there's always the maze. And he like motions and points to the hole, the well in the ground.
Well, we all know that now. Come on, let's get serious. You're trying to send me to my death.
Oh no! You might not die. You might be able to make it back.
Well, now you're playing games, and I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Well, something will probably come around. Don't worry about it.
All right, and I kind of walk back over to the table and go sit back down. Try to see if I can rustle up anything.
Bonnie finally comes over. Bonnie. Bonnie's always really, been really good, really nice. She's like, so, what can I get y'all to drink?
Usual.
Alimer? Creed, you gonna drink tonight, or you just gonna sit there?
I'm gonna drink every night. Give me your strongest ale now.
Oh, you demanding of me, huh? And she kind of gets that little sassy, hand on the hip, looking at you, looking down at you. Oh yeah. You're muted, by the way, David.
No, he's speechless.
I said, I'm just weed on you.
She looks around. Isn't about anything besides our strongest ale. She kind of rolls her eyes a bit.
Give me a cheap ale, please.
Oh, because you probably broke. And she kind of jabs at you. All right.
Alimer squawks up with ale.
All right.
Always to the point. Love Almer.
I look over at Alimer and I say, water, milk, ale. You can have whatever you want, Oliver. You don't have to always copy Creed. Take any of those words. You can use whatever one you want, honey. I'll take a water.
Water. All right.
Sam and me, we're brothers. We'll take wine, please.
I know. You tell us that every single time you come in.
Wine,
Okay.
please, yes.
We didn't know if you knew. We don't look anything alike.
We don't. He's shorter.
He's taller.
She kind of looks at you like, oh, you've been here before. I know who you are. And she heads off for a bit and goes in. And all of a sudden, as she walks on by to go get your drinks, you hear this yell, "You pig! Like to kill my mates, do you?" And all of a sudden, you see this 7-foot tall orc just sit there and fall back as you see these bunch of human males start swinging at this orc.
Ooh, I'm going to stand on the table, get a better view.
I follow my brother.
That's aggressive.
And all of a sudden you see, if you look, the males are covered in head tattoos and got some pretty striking patterns. The orc, you recognize the orc. The orc is usually here a lot, and it's, make sure. Yeah, Yagra. She comes into the Yawning Portal a lot, and she's like, she gets pushed back, and she goes, "All right," and she starts cracking her knuckles. "Bring it on," and starts getting in. And you can see that they're about to get into a brawl. Is anybody going to plan on doing anything?
I'm going to bet on the guys with the head tattoos. One gold.
No, I'll bet on Yara because regular. I mean, you gotta.
Okay, we shake hands on that.
Okay.
I'd like to try and figure out if I could see who's in the wrong, because I don't want to just jump on the wrong side of this.
Okay. Pretty much all it was is
Okay.
as soon as Bonnie walked by, these guys with these head tattoos just got him up to Yagra and just push her, and you can see that they're trying to start a fight with her.
And how many are there?
3,
And it's
Um,
her.
and her.
I think it's a safe bet.
Can I use my like I want to like use a cantrip? I want to use Mage Hand and like push one of their beers onto the ground where they're standing, or their ales, so the ground's kind of slippery.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. You guys and spill some liquid on the floor.
Yeah, I want to spill liquid on their floor so they're kind of like slippery, and I look at everybody and say, "I guess we're involved now."
This is throwing the whole bet off.
Yeah, what the heck? Jeez.
Putting
I
things in
look over
y'all's
to you
favor.
eye to eye since I'm about your height now on the table. What are you doing?
Okay, you push it over, and all of a sudden, as this Yagra kind of cracks her knuckles, and is like, "Bring it on!" And like one of them starts to swing at her, and she just turns around and looks, and she sees the water on the floor, and she gives you this look like, "The hell?" The drink that you spilled. She kind of gives you this look like, "Hell," and she don't even turn to look and face this guy, but looks at you, and just decks the shit out of this guy hard, and he just falls down and crumbles to the ground. And she's still looking at you as the guy's falling down, going, like, "What the?"
I'm going to use prestidigitation to clean it up. As an undue stress to our table by getting us involved.
Oh, it's 2-on-1. That's hardly any fair.
It was 3-on-1 a moment ago. It seems getting fair by the moment.
It's not unfair for them. I mean, I already knew she was going to win. I mean, come on now.
Well, you sit there and you see, she knocks this guy out. I mean, just plain as day, super easy. Not even like it's like she's not even trying. And then she sees the other spill come up and start digging around, and cleaning up the spill. And she kind of nods at you, Dean, as you do that. And all of a sudden, she roundhouse kicks the other guy right in the groin. Just wham! And he like falls down, and she elbows the back of his head. And as soon as she does that, and he falls down. The owner of the place, Durham, which owns the Yawning Portal, is like, "Out now!" as he comes up with a broadsword from behind the bar. And he's like, "Out now!" And she's like, reaches up and knocks the other guy completely out, and then starts dragging them outside.
I give Sam a gold.
Never bet against the house. She's in the house. I mean,
As
It's
she's
3 to
walking
1.
out, I
It's
said,
3-1.
as she's walking out, I call out and said, "I have money on you, sweetheart."
yeah, but you spilled the drink. What the heck?
I spilled their drink trying to trip them like that.
That's alcohol abuse. You wasted alcohol.
Alcohol abuse.
Y'all worship alcohol way too much in this place.
Don't worry,
You're
I put it all back in the mug with my spell. You can drink it.
I don't think that's edible.
But it's off the floor.
Okay, well,
Man.
I mean, Durham puts them out, and they, she takes those 3 guys and just ushers them out. And then all of a sudden, Bonnie comes back with, your drinks. And she's like, "Standard fee. No issue. Just pay it up."
Oh, look, I got a gold. There you go.
Holy cow! Drinks for the whole bar, buddy.
It was a good show.
Okay. Durham, he after he does that and looks her out, and he turns around and starts walking away, and all of a sudden, you hear alarms sounding inside this, bells clanging really loud, as all of a sudden, this huge creature comes crawling out of the portal. Big old long claws, big old gnashing teeth, green skin, bubbly pustules all over it, and these bat-like creatures flying above the portal, above this creature as it comes up at the top. And yellow sharp teeth, everything. And all of a sudden, Durham turns around as the alarms are going off, and he's like, "Troll!" And he grabs his battle axe or his bastard swords and starts making his way. What do you do?
I down my pint, grab my hammer, and go to work.
I don't think we have a big enough chair for him. Okay, Sam, we're gonna have to deal with this.
We are monsters
Order me
again.
a refill. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. So for the people that don't know, go to your character sheet. For people that just now that's never done this before, go ahead and roll your initiative. Just click on that. Should roll up a number, and let me know what you get.
16.
19.12.
I rolled a natural B, which
That's
I
a
guess
20.
is a 20.
Yep.
It's like a 21.
Okay, my
I got an 8. Apparently, I'm taking my time.
Rolled 11.
11,
That's so cool.
Okay. So you've never seen of this creature before. You've heard of it. But this troll is massive, and there's a bunch of black-winged creatures flying above it, floating around.
I take it this is not normal night entertainment, correct?
There is chances that creatures come out of the portal, the well at times. It's not uncommon, but it doesn't happen a lot. So you're just here on the one night that it does happen. So you've seen that you've heard about this. So it's not that it's, like I said, it's uncommon, but it did come out. So the first person to go ahead and go is Michael. You're with a 19. What do you?
I had a
find?
21.
Yeah, isn't it?
Oh, Chris, no, you got a 20. I apologize.
I am going to cast Ice Knife at the cloud of bat-like things.
Okay.
So I guess I roll to hit. Oh, yep. Oh, another natural 20. Another natural B. So 25.
Okay. It hits. And it is a crit, so you did to double. You roll the dice twice.
It automatically gave me
Did it
the
auto?
other D10. Yeah.
Good. Okay.
So I got a 8.
Total.
And then it explodes. Yeah, 8 to one of them, and then everything within 5 feet takes 2d6, but I don't see that coming up.
You can actually roll that if you look at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
Yeah. Or sometimes if you click the spell, it'll do it.
All right, so everything within 5 feet. Also, so the main creature took 8,
Mhm.
and then it takes 8 more, and everything within 5 feet takes 8.
Okay. All right. You see, you launch off this crystalline.
Oh, they
knife.
get a dex save. Sorry.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, for the 2d6, the second 8, they get a
Okay,
dex
gotcha.
save.
I'm guessing it's dex for half.
The way it reads, it's dex or none.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say half.
They
so.
didn't make it anyway. Because I'm guessing your save is higher than a 9.
Yes.
Yeah, which is pretty common. Okay, you shatter off and blow up at this big old ice, and all of a sudden you hear the creatures screech and everything as they're going around, and the ice shard goes off. Now it's Michael. Sorry, what do you plan on doing?
How far is our table from?
Y'all are right next to the portal. It's like coming right out at you.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and back up quite a bit. My full 30-foot movement away from it. Gonna keep it in line of sight the entire way. I'm gonna say a bid you adieu. I'm gonna step back as I start grabbing on. I pull out of my rod. It's a little wooden rod I have that I use to kind of channel my energy, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast a chill touch on the actual troll itself.
Okay.
So. Will a 15 hit?
Yes, exactly what you need.
Okay, perfect. So the 15 will hit, and so that will be 8 damage.
Okay.
And it cannot regenerate any health until my next turn. If it could do that,
Trolls can
Nobody-
regenerate. I mean, you've heard the stories, you've just never fought one.
Okay.
You know that the easiest way to get rid of a troll is to burn it, because any pieces can come back and make a new one.
And I did that the entire time while I was drinking my water at the same, Oh no.
Cast spells and drink water.
Dual wielding. Any bonus
Multicast.
actions? I could just see this. He's got that big old handlebar mustache, and he's like holding the back, going, "Oh yeah, go."
It was a cast, and then it was a sip. It
A
was
sip.
crazy. So, but yes, that is what I did. And that is my turn.
So stylish.
All right. After that is going to be Mizzy with a 16.
I am going to raise my short bow and attack the troll as well.
Okay. So you're gonna back up a little bit. That way you're not directly in melee with it, because it's gonna be right at the table once it comes.
Yes.
in.
Yeah, I'm going to back up first, and then I'm going to pull out my short bow. And I got a natural 20 with +4, so 24.
Okay. Go for it.
Damn, we got front row seats.
We do.
That's going to be an 8.
Okay.
That's a front row table.
We can sit on it.
Yeah, we could sit on the table.
All right. After Mizzy will be Damon.
I'm taking a two hop, foot the chair, foot the table, chrome dome.
Ah!
hit you with the hammer.
Sam and I were on the table.
Now we're on the wrong side of the table. Wait.
That's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
So you're gonna get up onto the table to smash this troll.
That's what I'm doing.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Let's see here. We go to actions, right? What I'm doing here? Hit. Oh, there we go. There.
Yeah.
No,
Use
yep.
the hit DC.
I rolled I rolled a 10 with my modifier is 15.
That's exactly
Perfect.
what you need.
All right, awesome. All right, so let's roll damage on this thing now. 9 points.
Okay. All right. All right. You roll and you hit it. The troll is up now. Right before John can go, and as it's climbing out, he kind of like he looks a little worse for wear because there's a bunch of other black wing creatures on his back. Also.
He's
just
Might be
Oh,
attacking the
you could
wrong
wear
thing.
them as cloaks. Nice.
We might be hitting the wrong person, people.
Oh, we are
the
specious,
victim.
boys. We are specious.
he's just looking for help.
Yeah. The troll reaches down and takes a swipe at John's character.
Sorry, Sam.
I'm not 6th level yet. Hold on.
Duck, Sam, duck.
His big old clawed hand
They're lying. It's not a duck. It's a troll.
comes down and slashes on you. It does hit you. It only does 3 points of damage though.
Brother, I knew him so well.
Then the other
Josh,
big old
I'm still
claw
here,
comes
damn it.
down on Damon's character. Does not hit you at all. As you come down, it hits the table and digs its claws and pretty much shatters the table as you're on it. John, you're able to catch your balance because you were like getting out of the way as this was happening, and the table shatters. And all of a sudden, it goes and turns to bite as you see Durham come up and with his broadsword, and he comes down to try to bite him, and he takes it and jams his broadsword up into the troll's mouth and just holding it like this and just kind of pushing it, and he's like cutting it into the troll's mouth, and troll's like smashing at it and trying to break through the sword. John, it is your turn now.
Okay, so got a newbie question. So bonus action, does that go before or after your
Whatever you
attack?
want.
Whenever.
You can do it whenever.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'll cast the what's it, hex?
Okay.
I'll cast the hex on it, and then I'll shoot it with my crossbow. Well, my Eldritch Bolt. Since
Okay.
It's acting as my crossbow.
So go ahead and roll everything you need to roll.
So for the hex, there is no roll.
Just as it happens.
Yeah, it's on it. I just gotta attack it with something, and then it does an additional d6. So I'll do the Eldritch Bolt or blast. Sorry.
Yeah, you rolled a hit.
Yep, 21 with the bonuses I have.
Go, it hits, no problem.
The damage is gonna be d10 and a d6. Hold on, let me add that. 10, 6. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm all over it.
All right. What's X? And then you're gonna shoot him with your crossbow, or is that all
That
together?
was that one. That was my hand crossbow. Yeah.
Okay. And you used your Hexblade curse, and you did click the box to say that you've used that already, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I just did the hex. I didn't realize the Hexblade curse. I was doing the hex. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'll do the Hexblade curse next time. Yeah, I gotta look at that. All right. Okay.
Noob.
Yep, totally.
Me too.
So, okay, that's fine. I'm looking over your stuff just to check on everything. All right, you do that and launch the blast into him and hits him and goes back. Is there a any like bonus to saving throws, or just for half or anything, or does it just happen?
Nope, I just do damage. All mine's just force, and then the Hexblade or the hex itself. It just does I do an extra d6 of damage, necrotic.
Gotcha. Didn't know. I was kind of curious.
And yeah, I can choose one ability. So I'll choose one ability that I'll have a disadvantage to do. I'll do strength.
Okay.
For ability check. So okay.
Gotcha. All right. Then we're back up to Chris again. Chris, you just see the table get shattered. Your brother backs up, throws a hex, and shoots a bolt at it, and kind of backs up a little bit. What do you plan on doing?
I am going to use my Tides of Chaos ability, which gives me advantage to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. I can't use it again until I have a long rest, unless you force me to roll a wild surge.
Gotcha. Is this going to automatically throw a wild surge out there?
No, it won't. It just gives me advantage on a roll.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew, which is a first level spell. A stream of acid emits in a line 30 feet long. I'm guessing that the well's behind the troll, so I won't hit the far side of the well.
Correct. Yeah, you're fine.
And so if he's in the line, he has to make a dexterity saving throw or be covered in acid for the duration of the spell.
Okay. Dex save? Nope, definitely not. No, roll another 9.
Okay, so then he takes 2d4 points of acid damage around. So, 8.
Okay. All right. Then it goes to Michael. What do you plan on doing? You just see this big stream of acid come out of this little bitty goblin. Because it's actually a 5 foot wide acid stream that comes out. If you look, I think is what it was. 5 foot wide.
It's 5 foot wide, 30 feet long.
Yeah.
And it's the exact color of my skin. It's turquoise.
I said, my word, Dean, I did not know that much could come out of you as I back up another as far as I can go.
You're back against the wall already. You're already back against the wall.
You're way across the room. I'm still standing in front of the troll for some stupid reason.
Yeah.
Well, he can afford to be back there. He's so much taller than us. We need to be kind of front and close.
It's hard to see with this crowd.
I know.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast Toll of the Dead. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
1 second here. I'm gonna go ahead and point at the creature, and I need it automatically casts. I just need a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. Never mind. I rolled a nat 1.
Okay, so because he's already taken damage, he will. Wow. Okay, he'll take 12 damage. 12
okay.
necrotic damage.
Nice. You do that, and you come back. What is describe what it looks like?
So as I point at him, basically what's happening right now, you're just going to hear toll bells everywhere as you hear these like just Dolores bells kind of fill the air just for a slight moment. as the troll is confronted with his own mortality, and now that he has damage on him, he kind of realizes that there's not much left of him.
Well, luckily he dies.
I said, little troll, you were not meant for this world. You should not come here.
You cast the spell. The bells go off, and all of a sudden it eyes black out, and the light shines and goes out of him, and he slumps over, and you see these bat-like creatures on his back just kind of lift up, and they got these long needles on their beaks, and they kind of lift up, and they're all kind of bloated and all pussed out like giant ticks, and fly back down the well really quickly.
We have ended your suffering, big troll man. We have ended your suffering.
His cloak's left.
Damn it, Landry.
The ones that were flying go back and fly down into the well also. Durham is sitting there, and he's like, all right, get the fire. Don't let any piece survive. And you, as he points to you, Chris, that acid, no. You're going to work that off.
It's melting the troll.
It's also a melting part of the well.
In the floor.
And the floor.
I'll stop concentrating now. It's all gone.
He throws you a mop that's, of course, 3 feet taller than you.
Prestidigitation.
He kind of rolls his eyes.
It's more efficient.
Turns around and walks away. And
before he walks away, I want to ask him about the shattered table. I say, this is some nice oak here. Can I try and repair this for you, please?
He looks
Can
at
you
it.
repair my wine?
Yeah, what about the wine?
It's all gone. Everything got put down on the table and it was all gone.
Not even a sip.
But why is the wine gone?
I'm gonna scavenge the biggest pieces of wood off of that table that got splattered in front of me.
He's like, unless you got magic, I don't think you can repair this.
I'll toss it for you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I put it in my bag. Big old pieces in my bag.
A little bit later, after people are actually, in the bar that are making sure there's no pieces left of the troll, start making sure everything's cleaned up, and another barkeep area patron of it brings another table and scoots it over by Elle. Bonnie comes by and goes, refreshing your drinks. Sorry about the troll. And she sits down new drinks.
All right. I'll pick it up and take a sip really quick, just in case something else decides to pop out of the hole.
Okay.
Bonnie,
You really got to learn to run with your drinks.
Bonnie, these are on the house, correct?
These are on the house, yes.
All right. Good to know. Thank you, dear.
Because pretty much she sat him down, walked away, and then the troll happened. So.
I look at Creed and I say, Creed, are you hurting for cash, my friend? Are you hurting for coin? It was our duty to take care of that troll in here.
Landry, I didn't ask for support for doing what I was built to do. I'm just making sure that I'm not getting tasked for something that I didn't do.
That's fair. I always know your worth, Creed. Know your worth.
Absolutely. And next time, don't take my kill as I walk away.
Okay. You sit there and you get your drink. Bonnie walks away and everything. And all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, just poof, right next to you, this gentleman with a mustache, giant floppy hat, and he tightens his scarf. And this guy's dressed to the nines. I mean, this guy is.
See? This is how you're supposed to dress.
Calm down.
I keep telling you.
Yes.
And he straightens his scarf up and he goes, Volotham, Garridan, chronicler, wizard, celebrity, at your service. I trust you've heard of me. I just came back from Baldur's Gate. Roll a check. You might have.
Yeah, we
What are we
definitely.
rolling?
We read his book in the game.
You read your
right?
book, Volo's Guide.
Right.
Okay. Yeah,
Volo's
so,
Guide. I mean, you definitely read it, but I mean, if you want to play this, you haven't seen it, that's fine too.
I'll say the Volo Tham. My word.
Yeah. He's like, but I sure that you have heard about all the violence that has happened in the city, and there has been.
It was the troll just came out. We
yeah.
were right here.
Yeah.
And then that
a lot
lady got
worse.
punched.
But I am looking for a few friends to help me out.
I'm asking for help
I-
from the one and only Valo Tham.
I have a
Who are
friend of
your
mine.
friends?
A friend of mine, Floon, has somewhat disappeared. We were
So he
supposed to
can't
meet
help
up,
you.
and he didn't meet up where we were supposed to. I do have a last known location of him, but that's about all I have. And see that y'all are capable adventurers as yourself, taking on a troll by yourself, defeating them, and casting wondrous magic. I'm sure this should be no problem for you. I only offer a miserable 100 gold per person. If you find my friend Floon and bring him back. Floon, excuse me.
Can I handle this, boys?
Don't you always, Landry? Don't you always?
Unless you want us to handle it, we're good.
We can totally do it. I mean, we'll be closer to the table than you were, but your choice.
So I want to turn to Volothan, but I want to try and see if I can coerce more money out of him.
Okay.
I don't know if I can persuade him or what I can do with that, but
Go for a charisma check.
all right.
And tell me what you're doing. Don't just,
Let
roll
the
it.
little
Tell me what
guy
you're
do
doing.
it.
I kind of want to remind, like, I just want to go up to Volo and be like, Volo, I've noticed that you books are on sale everywhere I've seen, so I know that you can recompense us for quite a bit of money. And you've already seen our work that we could do. Oh, no.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 5.
Now we're getting paid 50. Thanks a lot. Good job, Landry.
You sit there and he's like, well, I am waiting for a new reimbursement from the new book I wrote. So that's probably going to be a bit. So right now, best I can do is 100 gold per person. I mean, that's 500 gold.
I kind of look over at everybody. Like, I guess I see all of y'all's heads nodding. It's yeah.
Come here 100 nights in a row.
Apparently.
Mr. Volo, your new book, does it have creatures in it?
Yes. I'm writing a
Could
new
you
one
add
about
that?
spirits
Could
and
you-
ghosts.
Could you add that to on top of the
A
100
copy of my book? Of course I can add a copy.
for
of my
each
book.
one of us?
Oh, sure. I could
That'll work.
get you a copy of each
Do you have
You
any of your
good with that,
guides to
Dean?
Waterdeep?
Oh yeah.
I can get you a copy of my new book once it's being published and printed. I will happily deliver it to you once it's done.
Yes. I'm in.
Yep, I'm in too, Landry. This is good.
He swings a chair up, and it's like when he swings it, he's like spins it and comes in, just sits down and plops and everything. And he's like,
Yeah,
well,
so much class.
yeah, he such a charlatan. I mean, debonair, suave guy.
By the way, that's Sam Smith.
Oh, hey, Sam.
And
How are
that's
you doing?
Dean Smith.
We're brothers.
We're brothers.
Okay. And you are, it points to each one of you.
Landry Bedro, nice to meet you, Mr. Volo.
I saw that you had some quite amusing spells there. You must be a powerful mage.
Not nearly as powerful as you, obviously.
Oh, I'm sure you sit with Elminster at nights and just drink and talk about things.
You could have dismissed that troll very quickly without our help.
And my dwarven friend there, your name is?
Free broken shield.
Ah, you wield a mighty weapon. I saw you smash that troll. You've got power, I can tell.
Only through my God of Morden.
Ah, a holy man. You'll need that on this journey, I'm fearing.
Oh, is it one of danger?
Of course, it's one of danger and great peril and complete adventure to awaken your eyes and to give you this great treasure I'm going to give you of 100 gold pieces each and a copy of my new book. And
Is that much of peril? Why is it only 100 gold each?
100 gold is actually quite a bit of money. FYI,
It
in
is.
case you were. It is. 100 gold is actually quite a bit of money for you because you probably only have a few silver.
If if
If and my Keku friend, what is your name?
I look over at Alama real quick, and I just go, "That's Alama." That way, he can say Alama. I don't know. Can you like just say your name all the time, or like do you have to like hear the word before you say it? I don't know how Kinkies work.
I think I have to hear the word before I say it, but since I'm named it, I have already heard my name.
Okay, cool.
So I squawk up with, Alamer, we're brothers.
I
Okay.
put my hand over my head.
Sam, we gotta make sure we had Oliver,
I guess so, but
and we
Is
also
it
need
to
to
us?
follow Moradin because I'm afraid I don't have a holy person.
I don't either.
So, all right, Damon
Morden?
or Creed, we are going to turn to you for a holy advice.
I'll be happy to induct you into the wonderful Church of Morden.
Yes, we're protected.
So, you wield a pretty good bow. You shot that troll pretty well. I'm sure this probably won't be too hard for you, brave, strapping, and amazing adventurers. I mean, you look like you're capable of handling Undermountain by itself. But I need to see my friend. My friend is very important to me. Floon is very important. The last time I saw him, he was around the Skewered Dragon, drinking and having a good time. You can't miss him. He is strikingly handsome, elaborate royal clothes, and the most wavy red blonde hair I've ever seen. He's not hard to miss. But like I says, the last time I saw him was at the Skewered Dragon about 2 nights ago. He did do a little bit of gambling, and I'm missing where he's at right now. So, what do you say? You agreed to 100 gold and 1 book each of my new book?
Of course.
Yes.
Sounds
Then
like a
let's
plan,
drink.
Vala.
And he motions for Bonnie, and he's like, around on me. And she kind of looks at like, Bolo, you don't have any money. My book's coming out. You know I've got it.
Everybody heard that, right?
Yeah, everybody heard that.
Sounds legit to me.
He has nice clothes on. I mean, come on now.
I'm always been one to gamble. You know that.
Which he does mention, and this is something that we need to get into it, that it's actually not 100 gold apiece, it's 10 dragons. Just so you can kind of get used to the thing.
We get
the
dragons?
currency. The dragons is a name for gold pieces.
Forget to pick their colors too.
Yeah.
10 dragons or 100 dragons?
It's 10 dragons, but they count as the 100 piece that did it. It's like 10, 10, 10 type thing. So you're getting 10 dragons, which counts to 100 gold.
So they're like platinum?
Kind of, but they're called dragons. It's not the best way to describe it. But he does want you to know, and it's part of the story, that they're called dragons.
Okay.
No, I'm wrong with that.
Uh,
He actually
Okay,
gives you
yeah.
10 dragons, and now he'll give you the rest. They all count for 1. I apologize. That's my fault.
Okay.
The dragons are gold pieces, but he'll give you 10 each right now, and the rest once you find his friend.
I like it.
So he lays down a small bag for each of you.
I'll put mine away.
I will dump out the coins and give him his bag back.
Okay. So he sits and drinks with you, no problem, and just sits there and just, chats up, answers any questions you have. After he describes, what he looks like and where it is, he kind of goes off and starts. He never shuts up, is the best way to put it.
Can this
Always
entire
on time.
time this is going on, can I have my wood carver kit and like carving something out of that wood I just got? I
Yeah,
just
you
want to
can do
like, as I'm listening, just
Yeah, no, that's no problem.
cool. It'll come up later.
You do know that you, from reading the introduction to Volo's Guide to Waterdeep, that you received on entry, that I asked you to read, that the skewered dragon is located in the dock district. Or dock ward, I guess is what it's called, but it's located in that area. It is roughly about noonish, so it's not too late. But after a while, he's like, well, please let me know what you figure out, and I must get back to business.
Couple of questions.
Take care.
for you.
Yes, Creed.
Fancy word, man. Once we
Volo.
find
You
your
can just
friend-
shorten it for Volo.
Valo. Where do we find you?
Oh, come back here.
Okay.
Once you bring him back alive.
Is that a
Stipulations
prerequisite?
now.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
sorry. Yeah, he has to be back alive.
That's not fair. How do we know he's even alive now?
Well, bring that back, but I can only give you a reward of 100 gold if he comes back alive.
But we keep the deposit, correct?
Oh, the deposit is yours, of course, of course.
Well, let's head south. Let's head to the southern ward.
Be best to do
You're
this
a
before
dragon.
nightfall.
I finished my 2 drinks.
Okay.
And what was it? What was the inn's called, real quick? I'm sorry.
Yawning Portal.
No, the one we're going to. The one who was
Skewered
last.
Dragon.
Skewered dragon.
Thank you, guys.
Skewered Dragon.
Oh, we'll head on over.
Okay. Y'all start making your way down. Your Waterdeep is huge beyond belief, bigger than you could ever imagine. And so there's parts of the city, of course, you've never been to, even being for here about a week and a half or so. So, I mean, there's plenty of places to go through. You're actually walking down towards the dock district, and you're about to turn the corner to go down this main road where the skewered dragon is, and you see a bunch of city watchmen, guards, all around this area, and there's like 3 dead bodies and blood all over the place. And the city watch is like, walk around, walk around.
Same that one.
This is not an uncommon thing that y'all been seeing lately. Violence hitting the streets has been pretty common lately.
So are these the same 3 men that were just in the tavern with us?
Perception check.
Oh, okay.
Because they are kind of covered up.
Oh, 4. Mr. Perception. Not so good at that one. Oh, 19.
Okay. You look, and you're like, no, but some of the tattoos look familiar. Not the same, but some of the tattoos that you see on some of the bodies is familiar. If anybody would like to do you probably do history check, or maybe
I'm +4 on history. I don't know if anybody's better than that.
I was saying, not in my repertoire.
+3, but I got a 17.
I'm +2 and I got a 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
Look at you overachievers.
if everybody has gotten like a 12 or higher, you notice that each one of the people, you can see that 3 people, they're not from the same group. 2 of them are from the Xanther Guild, and 1 of them is a Xantarium. If you would like to write this down, because this would be important, Xanther is Xanathar, and Xantarium is Zhenstarim.
Spell that second one more time.
Zhenstarim.
Do we know about these guilds like beyond our our basic knowledge of
Basic knowledge.
Okay, we just know their symbols.
Yeah.
Like
This
Bloods
is one
and
of the
Crips.
This is the reason why I've labeled this game Gangs of Waterdeep, because gangs and guilds in this are very important to the story, and it's going to play a very big role not only when you decide to go to Undermountain, but also Waterdeep as a whole.
okay.
So that's going to be one of the things. You kind of stop for a minute and kind of look, and one of the city watch is like, move on. This doesn't pertain to you.
Right away, officer. Right away.
Okay.
I'll ask the officer real quick. Is any of these people like named Floon by chance?
Good one.
No, little one, move along. He kind of gives you that look like, you must be crazy. Move.
Don't tempt his ires to Sam.
Well, keep on heading to the Skewered Dragon, I guess.
Okay.
All the way in, if possible.
You start and you keep on walking around, and it's starting to get actually kind of dark. It is autumn, so it's getting dark a little bit early. It's after messing up the map a few times of going where you're going, because Sam and Dean have actually taken it from each other and pointed to where they thought they were.
We're very good with maps.
Yeah.
Can
Yes, we
I?
are.
Is this
Obviously not.
is this whole little travel gonna take longer than an hour? Like, have we been walking for an hour?
Yes. So yeah, you
All
can
right.
do your. You can get your. What is it?
I'm
Short
gonna-
rest is what it's called.
I'm gonna find my familiar is what I'm gonna do
Okay.
before resting. And you just kind of see like a celestial, beautiful white barn owl, like just kind of flying over.
So if anyone needs to do a short rest, I mean, this is because you're doing nothing but pretty much walking. You're kind of marveling at the city and seeing the things like the griffins flying over and things of that nature. But it's not strenuous, so a short rest is just perfectly fine.
Okay.
But like I says, it is starting to get dark early because of the autumn nature, and you notice that some of the street lights are starting to come on. The lamps are being lit or auto lit in this area, which is interesting because see anybody actually lighting them; they're just coming on.
I
It was
continue
noon when we left.
carving away.
It was, but the problem was it took y'all so long to get there because you two messed up the maps.
We did not mess up the
I don't
map.
think
It was
that's true
perfectly
at all.
fine.
There
They
was
just
some
took us a scenic
disagreements.
route.
Y'all are learning never to let the goblins direct you. But
We're not tall.
you turn down the street that you finally get to, that you believe where this place is, the Skewered Dragon, and you notice that the air starts getting real salty. You can definitely
Hey,
start. Go
I'm
ahead, David.
sorry, Gonzo. In this hour that we're walking, is it okay that I heal? Who was it? Was it Dean? Who was hurt? Was it Dean?
Sam.
Sam.
Damn.
I'm fine. It was temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Hey, inspired.
It came in.
It came in handy. Okay, so you're good. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'd like to show everybody the mask I just got done carving, and like I'll send it in the Facebook chat. That's what I'm. It's a real simple mask. I'll send it to y'all later. I figure it should take me like 2 hours to carve it. So
Yeah, it's
anytime I find.
you get lost quite a bit because it just keeps on going because this place is jam packed. But eventually you start getting to where you need to be. And you start smelling the salt air from the ocean and the dock area. And of course, y'all had stopped quite a bit to see the sights of Waterdeep. Of course, people are trying to hawk wares at you, and you're like, oh, kind of definitely doing the squirrel type thing because this is a place y'all have never been before. And like I said, you notice that the lights are actually kind of burnt out and not working on this street now.
All right, take my gold pouch, put it in front underneath my breastplate.
Okay.
Double tied. And my maul is now in my hand.
Can I? I want to kind of warg into my owl, who's 60 feet in the air, and I want to see. Can I see anything dangerous around us as we're?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing stands out.
I reassure you guys. Looks like we're fine, boys. We're on the wrong side of town, but looks like the guard is on full force over here.
Well, if we're on the wrong side of town, you guys took the map away from us. That's not our fault anymore.
You go down the street and there's shops along the edge, but one of them kind of stands out. There's a wooden sign that is a deep purple, and it has the letters spelled on it: Old Zoblob Shop, and a giant stuffed beholder sitting on top of it. For anybody does everybody know what a beholder is?
Do our characters know what beholders are?
You've seen pictures. I mean, you've never seen one in person, but there's a stuffed, as in giant stuffed beholder sitting on top of the sign.
Nice.
Can you give me a quick summary?
Creature with one eye, bulbous head, and then eye stalks coming off of it. You can probably
Cute.
do a quick
I gotcha.
Google of a beholder.
Cute. I love it.
They're
Do
adorable.
not attack it.
Why would I want to attack something so cute?
Oh, you're.
Yeah, it's not cute.
you're
Whatever.
But this one kind of stands out because it's the purple colors and the sign just kind of, doesn't fit where you're at.
Do you fellas need to pick up some groceries? Do we know what the shop is, or like what? Does
Mm-mm.
they have like just a weird sign?
Just a weird sign. There's a glass window, but you really can't see in right now. It is open.
Very curious. Very curious.
It does have an open sign on it.
No, we can check it out. I mean, it's not. Well, we're kind of in a rush, but I don't see why we can just check it out. Step
Let's
in, look around.
It's burning a hole in my pocket.
You do have 10 gold.
Sweet.
My owl's name is Baba, by the way. I said, Baba, go ahead and perch up over there. Keep an eye on us from the outside. Make
Alright.
Baba kind of sit on one of the adjacent shops to watch the door for us.
Okay.
And I say, after you, boys.
I will happily go in.
All right.
I was
You
starting to
open
talk
the-
like him.
You,
it's infectious, I know.
as soon as the door opens, this huge cloud of lavender smoke billows out. Smells very, very good, but it's like someone opened the door to like a smoking shop type thing, and it just like lavender smoke just comes flying out. And
Holy crap.
as your eyes kind of adjust and you kind of get to it, every wall is dyed purple. Every item here is dyed purple. Everything is purple. And
Must be royalty.
sitting on the back shelf, what you would consider like the counter, is an old wizened gnome.
Oh.
Sitting there all cross-legged, kind of like as like a a swarmy, just kind of like meditating. He's like, "Hail and well met. Welcome to Old Zalab. Everything here is for sale."
What do they got for sale?
We'll start browsing.
You pretty much anything in the player's handbook that is in a normal shop is pretty much, but it's all dyed purple.
Oh.
So rope, it's purple. Leather armor, it's purple. Any trinket you can think of, it's there, but it's all dyed purple.
I might be deranged, but purple was never my color. Nothing against you. What an ugly thing to say. I'm sorry in your own shop.
Well,
You gotta forgive my buddy. He has a form of Tourette's.
What is going on here? Do we need anything?
This was the last place he was saw drinking.
No, this is
No,
another
no.
shop.
We
Yeah,
just
it's another
stopped.
shop. It looked like a very interesting shop, but I think we should probably proceed on to the Screwy Dragon.
I'd like
I will be
to
back.
I'd like to
when I
talk
get
to the
money.
gnomes if possible.
okay.
I
He's
like
just
to-
sitting there. He's chilled out. Like if
I
you were to
said-
think this is what a hippie pothead would be in Waterdeep, this is kind of what you're thinking. He's like all chill, lavender smoke all flowing through the place. Very slow talking. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Landry Bedreau, I was wondering if you had any information. You know, a man named Loom.
Nah, never heard of Floon.
Flume.
Floon. Nope, never heard of them. Not one bit.
How does one get on your elevated level? It seems like you might be impaired by
Dude.
something other than your normal free spirit.
Oh no, this is all love. All love.
How quaint. Do we want to ask this guy for work? Do you want to see if he has anything for us?
We already have work. We gotta go find
Yeah, we do.
food.
Hey
I'll be
man,
outside.
you want to do some side
I'm
quests?
getting a contact high.
All right, cool. So,
Yeah,
well,
we
good
head
day,
back
sir.
out.
Pull my hat off and put it back in.
Have a good day. Come back anytime.
I feel
Y'all-
like that man should have been intertwined in my life somehow, but let's go ahead and just step about our ways, follow the main quest.
Okay. You go out, you know, the lavender smoke kind of follows you as you go in, and it smells nice. I mean, it's not overpowering or anything. And you walk down. You keep on going down the path like this. It's starting to get darker and darker as you're coming along. And all of a sudden, you turn around and you see this sign, and it has two individuals drinking ale. Looks like they're drinking out of mugs. And the sign reads Skewered Dragon.
Okay.
Place looks very run down, though. Very, very shady.
I want to have Baba just do like a quick sweep around the whole. She could just fly around real quick while I'm looking through her eyes.
Okay. Nothing. Just looks like this is a shady part of town, pretty much.
Okay.
Come on, Sam. Let's go in.
All right.
Whoa,
Go ahead
slow
in.
down. Calm down. Calm down.
What? That's what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely. Alamar, can you make sure we have a couple of ways out of this place before we walk in the front door?
We got that way. We got
That way and that way.
Did I
Okay.
see any? Did I see any other exits through Alamar's eye, or I'm sorry, through Baba's eyes when I flew around? Or is it just a one way in and out?
There's a door in the front and there's a door in the back.
There's a way in the back, Creed. I saw it with my eyes.
Now we
My
got
owl
three
eyes.
ways.
Windows?
Just windows on the front.
No side?
Nope.
Olimer just nods and says, "Ways out."
You're so special. Oh. All right, we can go in.
I put my hand on Creed. I said, "I understand. I don't trust it either, my friend." Don't normally find myself on this side of town.
Ambush. Yeah.
Hey, Dean, I don't know why they were complaining about us taking so long to find a place. I mean, it's taking us so long to get into a place.
Well,
look at the both the
would've
tall
got
people.
here sooner.
Hey, I'm just saying, we'll make it past level 6. You just got to take it a little slower.
At this rate, I'm never getting there.
All right, let's go in.
Just a side note, my character has an intelligence wisdom score of 15 as well as a dexterity of 15. So even though I sound stupid, I'm actually really intelligent.
We know. We know. We confer to you for any problems that we have. We just
All
haven't,
of them.
we haven't found any hard enough for you yet. We all feel dumb when we ask you questions.
Okay. You open the door, and this place is just a rundown, hole in the wall drinking area. You can tell that this is, visited by the seedy group, and, this is, pretty bad.
You see any tattoos on anybody?
Give me a perception check.
Local flavor.
Perception.
I got a 23.
Okay.
Nice. I got a 16. And Baba's outside, by the way, watching the inside. Watching outside.
Got an 8. I'm just heading for the bar.
You don't see any off the bat. Nothing stands out of any. Excuse me, any tattoos right now?
Do we see anybody that looks like Floon?
No, definitely not.
Hmm.
That would
Okay.
have been way too easy.
I'm gonna climb up on a bar stool.
Okay. You climb up and you get up there, and there's this fat, nasty, greasy, most teeth missing guy, barkeep. He's like, what can I get here?
Hi, that's Sam Smith,
And that's Dean Smith,
and that's Alimer Smith. We're brothers.
and we're brothers.
What do you want to drink?
We're looking for Floon.
What do
That's
you want
not
to
a drink, it's a person.
Okay. Wine, please.
You kind of hear people kind of snicker. We have
We're
ale.
laughing at wine, but not our names. That's fine. All I have is a gold, so give me some wine.
He
And
goes,
my
"Oh."
brothers too.
He takes the
Yeah.
gold piece, pulls it away, and they're like, "Oh, here's our best wine." And all of a sudden, you hear this slosh, slosh, and then 2 tankards. It's
Just
like
bought a
he
barrel
dunked
of
these.
wine.
Yeah,
That
he's like
gold.
dunked it into this swill and gave it to you.
Wine in a box.
Yeah, not even wine in a box. It's wine in a trough.
Sorry, that should be 3. I said my brothers too.
Oh, he kind of gets a look, looks it down.
Now, have you seen Floon?
I have no clue who you're talking about.
I want.
I'm just here to serve, get paid.
What else
would
are
have
the other
information?
patrons doing in the bar? Like, is anybody else doing anything?
You
Or?
can tell there's a couple of people off playing, a game, but most people are just sitting around talking and chatting. I mean, this is not very big.
Roughly how many people are inside the facility?
About 15 or so.
Establishment? About 15.
Is it cards or dice they're playing?
Neither.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean across and whisper to him, "Sir, I know Floon was seen here, and my brothers and our friends are looking for him. Can you please just give me some information? You don't have to say it out loud for everybody to hear."
Well, go ask them. He turns away.
And the people he
I want to intimidate him.
pointed to?
Go for it,
I like
Chris.
it.
You will tell us.
As he turns away, you reach up to grab him.
20. I got a 17 plus 3.
You grab a hold of him and try to pull him in, and he's like, all right. Him and Volo were here a few nights back, and they were playing and talking, and then Volo left, and then he started hanging out with some other guy that I've never seen before. Some other noble guy I've never seen before. But that's it. Jeez.
Did he
I'll get
leave
up on the
with him?
table as well, just to make sure my brother doesn't go overboard with his, curiosity there.
Yeah.
Is there anybody coming up to us, like trying to intervene in this?
Nope.
Okay.
So where did he leave? Do you know anything else?
No, I was out doing other things. All I remember is him and Volo hanging out for the night.
Is Volo or any of the guys that he was hanging out after Volo left here?
Don't know. All I saw him was him and Volo, and I had to leave. That's it.
What
for me.
about
you
that
just
other
said.
guy he was hanging out with?
You
Was
said
that guy
another
hanging out
guy,
with
yes.
anybody else in here?
I don't know him. You'll have to ask somebody else about that. Come on, man. Let me go.
Okay.
I gave you our best
Is
wine.
that-
All right, then I will take a drink.
It is the nastiest tasting shit you've ever had. It is not wine.
I fall off the stool.
It is like I said, it is like the swill of ale.
Don't drink it, brothers. Poison.
Don't drink it, brother.
Save yourselves.
Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Elmer being
right,
the
all right.
one does not drink the ale.
I'll take the other 2 ales, put them on the stool, jump down, grab it from the stool, walk over to a table. Excuse me, patrons, real quick. I'm looking for an individual named Floon. Has anybody seen this individual? I have 2 ales here and a silver. For anybody that can help me out. Any takers?
You guys don't believe in tat at all.
Anybody? No?
Nothing.
Damn
Nothing.
it. They already knew it was poisoned. Oh, well. I'll take the silver back with me. Not the ale, though. I'll take the silver back with me.
Hey, Gonzo, I want to ask the barkeep one more question for you.
Yep.
Is anyone here tonight that was here?
Oh, everybody was
last-
here. I'm sure everybody was
Everyone?
here. We have no place to go. We're not like you rich people giving out a gold for 3 drinks.
God, I know.
I ought to make
I think you owe
change
them
someday.
change, but whatever.
I'd like to go walk over and I'd like to persuade them, but I'd like to try and persuade them talking about the other night, but like work it into like the conversation casually.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. So persuasion check. It is 18.
Okay.
Hey, Gonzo, just real quick, as Landry's doing that, I want to take up a defensive position, not directly on his back, but I'm watching his back.
Gotcha. You're like leaning against the bar going, yeah, I'm going to have to smack him in the face. Smack him in the face. Yeah.
I kind of wave over at Sam for the ale and be like, "Excuse my friend, trying to obviously buy information off of you boys." But the other night we knew Flume was in here as our dearest friend, and we've been worried sick about him. So we're just kind of wondering if you knew any information where he's going off to.
Oh,
His mama's dead sad, he's missing.
Sure, I do.
International symbol of more coin. Now, we are strapped for coin just like everybody else. Look for work around here, so I don't have a whole lot. Is there anything else we can get you?
No.
This man is open to bribery, everybody. If we wanna.
And you hear the
Everybody.
patron go, I'm open for bribery too.
Who says that?
That's just another random patron.
I look at him. I say, "What's the going price for information around here?
Oh, 1 gold coin.
How about 50 silver?"
All right, I'll do it for 50 silver if you hear across the bar. This is
And
another
I
group of
immediately
people.
I said, "Unfortunately, this deal is canceled." As I stand up and walk to whoever just said that.
Well played, Landry. Well played.
Okay. You walk over there, and there's this, it looks like an old haggard sailor at one point, just sitting
Human?
there kind of drinking. And he's like, 50 silver, and I'll tell you everything I need to know, everything you need to know about Mr. Floon.
This is just a human.
Yeah, just human. It's all populated by humans.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I pull out 50 silver and I hold it in my hand, like right in front of him, and that's kind of the.
He got mad at me.
He's like holding his hand out, like, pay up, and then I'll tell you.
I grab a cup and I put it over, and I said, "Let's put this in escrow," and I slide it to the edge of the table.
He puts his hand over it, and he's like, all right, I can deal with that. You're at least not stupid. So what do you want to know?
There's a man named Floon. I'm just kind of curious where his whereabouts are, and we've been hired to find him.
Well, after Volo left, he met up with this other guy, Lord Daggelt Never Remember.
Lord
Daggelt
what?
Never Remember. He's kind of
Daggert never remember.
Yeah. There's some rich guy that likes to come down and hobnob with the poor folk.
Well, he's a lord, so he's a landowner here in Waterdeep. That's expensive.
Yeah, well, we get those rich people as he eyes all of y'all. They come down and want to hobnob with those poor people. They played a little bit of games and kind of a little bit of Three Dragon Ante, and then they left.
Cards, you say?
Uh-huh.
Was
They
Volo?
left kind of about midnight, way after Volo left.
Were they impaired?
They're probably were a little bit. They drank pretty good.
Did it look like Flu didn't want to leave?
Oh no, they both left willingly. But the 5 people that went after him, I can't tell you anything about that.
Well, there's a piece of information that would have been a peach to have a second ago.
You should have led with that.
Yeah, after they left, we noticed that 5 men left after they left. Quickly after they left.
What?
How familiar are you with this area?
Oh, I can tell you where those men come from. Let go of the glass.
We're listening.
I throw my hands up. I'm like,
All right,
How
he
about
takes
it?
out new pockets. It goes, you could probably find these 5 men down on Candle Lane. Just look for a door with a snake on it.
Candle Lane. Door with a snake.
All right, Gonzo. What gang has a snake symbol?
Off the top of your head, you're not sure.
Okay.
Any idea if they have any gang affiliations in that house?
I have no clue. That's out of my realm.
Would you walk into that house?
No.
Of course you wouldn't. Oh, this man's setting us up, boys.
Why would I be setting you up? You just paid me 50 silver.
You enjoy that 50 silver.
So how about 10 more silver for you to take us to the door? You don't
No.
have to go in. You don't have
I'm
to go in.
happy with my 50 silver right now. You can find Candle Lane, no problem.
So how about I'll let you keep your 50 silver if you take us to that door.
You hear the bar go, oh, you wanted to go back on a bribe. And you hear kind
I'll
of
let
chairs start
the
moving.
barkeeper says that's what a bribe is.
He's
It's
like, you
negotiated
paid me.
until
I gave you the
finalized.
information. I can't give you much more than what I have.
I stand up. I said, "No, my daddy always taught me right. We will make sure that this man gets to keep his silver." You have a good day, sir, and not one to get in a fight in the middle of the bar. I said, "I have a small gift for you," as I hand him this wooden mask I made. Just like hand it to him. It's all the style, trust me.
He kind of looks like, not cursed, is it?
Absolutely not. Fresh made with my own hands today.
All right. Well, y'all be good and take care of yourself.
Yeah, so we know where to go.
Yeah.
Can I like warg into the owl to make sure nobody's gonna jump us outside?
You're fine. Nothing's happening.
Okay. We're clear outside, boys.
As soon as we step outside, I use prestidigitation to clean myself and my brothers off.
What about us? We need sanitizing too.
Well, you are my priest, so yes, okay. I'll clean off my priest and our talkie man who just bribed somebody with 5 gold instead of 1.
5 gold.
So 10 silvers a gold.
Okay.
So, y'all gonna head down Candle Lane?
Don't want to.
Want to?
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
What we doing, guys?
Go down Candle
it
Lane.
is.
Okay.
The
You
Sam
start-
brothers have spoken.
You start walking, and all of a sudden, the lights start dimming. It's even getting darker. The buildings are extremely tall in this area, and the lane is getting narrower. Pretty much only about as 2 humans can barely walk down side by side on this lane.
Oh, well, luckily I'm a verdant.
Same.
Just stacks Dean and Sam on top of each other.
I think the order of the marching order matters here. Who wants to point and who wants to take the rear?
I won't take rear. Or I'll take rear. I'll take rear.
All right, I'll take point.
I will be in the middle.
Yeah, you guys can be wherever you want to. Like,
I'll be somewhere in between because I think we can fit anywhere we
yeah,
want.
exactly. Exactly. Like wherever you guys want to be, on my shoulder, on my head.
I'll have Baba 60 feet up. Just keeping an eye on everything.
Okay.
I will stay close to Creed because I do have stealth to my advantage.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Now, Gonzo, is this darkness? Is it natural? Is
Yes,
a
yeah, it is
dark-
natural.
Okay.
It's just because the buildings are so high,
Got you.
type thing. And you're starting to notice that most of the lights are being smashed out, or have been smashed out. The street lamps.
Oh, so this is like Memphis. Okay.
The buildings are probably second floor and above, built out over the street too.
Correct.
Most medieval cities were taxed by the square footage of the first floor. So the first floor is usually the smallest.
You start walking down and you notice that the lights are pretty much gone, but way down the road you can see this little flicker of light going off.
Ooh.
Can my keen night vision dwarf eyes see what's going on down there?
Just a normal street, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
I guess we'll head down there.
Okay.
I'm saying a little prayer.
You start walking down and everything, and you start getting to the illuminating light. I need everybody to make an intelligence check.
Wow. A natural 1 with no bonuses. I got it covered, guys.
You see it all. You see it all. Let's see. How do you...
Oh, I didn't know I had
14.
shoelaces. Look at that.
Here we go.
What did everybody get?
What the heck is that? Oh,
I got a 14.
Okay,
21. What bonuses?
gotcha.
Natural
Amazing.
20.
9.
Chris.
18.
All right, so anybody that got 10 or higher, you're out there and you notice a light, and you look to your right, and you notice this winged snake on this door, carved into it, and automatically it comes back, and you're in your head like, wait a minute, I've seen that before, and it was on one of the gang symbols of the Zentariums.
Okay.
And this looks like the door that they were talking about.
What do we know anything about those Interiums? Like, are they violent? What is it?
They're all violent. All the games are really violent right now. Something has set off all the factions within Waterdeep, and everybody is very violent on stuff.
And so, like, in my mind's eye right now, is this building, like, I'm imagining, like, it's like a cobblestone path, and, like, these are, like, probably what, like, how many stories is this building? we're looking at?
2 to 3 stories, and
And it's,
they're
like, stacked next to other buildings,
Yep.
I'm guessing?
all next to each other. They're real high and real close together.
Okay.
Like I said, the path you're walking down is maybe like 7 or 8 feet, type thing. So 2 humans can walk down it, but it's definitely smaller than everything else that's been around here.
More like an alleyway than a...
Yeah, you could probably go, if it wasn't called a street, you would say this is more of an alley.
Okay.
Okay. I want to, like, can I send Bob, like, I want Baba to look down at it, see, like, if there's, like, a backyard or anything like that in there. Or...
Just a large warehouse.
Oh, okay. Any other exits or anything?
Not that you can see.
So why did we all stop here? What are we looking for?
This is the door that they took Floon.
Damn. Snake.
Oh, okay. Yep, there it is. Now we're gonna go in.
Yeah, I'll start walking towards the door.
And
All right.
that is where we're going to cancel and call it for the night.
Oh my God! Walking towards the door. What are you doing, you little shit? Get over here!
Look, I said walking towards the door so you could stop me if so chose, instead of knock on door, open door.
Open door.
I knew if I said walking towards the door, you could stop me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Definitely put my
hey,
hands on his
anybody in
head.
there?
Like, grab him by his head, where his feet are
We're
still
looking for
moving.
food.
Looking for blue.
All right.
These goblins are going to get us
What's wrong
killed,
with the
man.
direct approach?
So this is where we're going to go. We'll hold off right here. This is a good stopping point for us to go through. I hope everybody had a good time. I hope everybody was learning more about their character sheets. One thing that we're going to do is probably about halfway through this adventure on this, I'm probably going to put a stop to it and ask if there's anything you wanted to trade or change out about your character because it didn't work out the way you thought it. That way you can kind of just do a little tweak. I'll let you know when that time comes up. Because, I mean, there's sometimes you're like, hey, I didn't think this didn't work the way I thought it did. Can I change this up? Which is not going to be a big deal, but it just gives you all a little sense of, a change up. But other than that, guys, we'll be doing another episode soon. We're going to, like I said, we're going to hold off on more episodes. So y'all can have some time, and we'll release them once a week like we did with our other campaign that I play on Wednesday. So for More Than Dice and all of my friends here today, good night. Here comes the outro music. Everybody
Why can't I see your character
Because we Smith brothers know how to dance.
See your rolling, I mean, your jeans.